Hello. This week, as I said before, and I've done a couple of videos already, I will be doing some about some disappearances. And this is, of course, well, it was a disappearance, but after such a small chance of things happening, this case was solved in 2009. So I'll go through the overview of what happened. I haven't even mentioned what it is. This is the kidnapping of Jaycee Dugard, which was solved recently. So, Jaycee Dugard was 11 on June 10th, 1991. Jaycee Dugard was 11 years old and she was on her way to school. And she went up a hill to avoid the traffic. And when she got halfway up the hill, a car came to approach her. At first, she believed that the car was going to ask her for directions. And when the window went down, she was surprised to see that the man actually put her gun to her face and took her away and abducted her. That case remained unsolved for 18 years until on August the 26th, 2009, Philip Garrido, who was the person who had abducted Jaycee Dugard, went to the Berkeley campus of University of California alongside two girls, and unusual behaviour of this trio was noticed by Garrido's parole officer. The parole officer took these three in for questioning, and one of the three identified themselves as Jaycee Dugard. Jaycee Dugard was 29 years old at the time. Now, just listening to that must really surprised you. I think the main thing is Jaycee must have gone out and done things in those times. I'm pretty sure she wasn't just locked up all that time with Philip Garrido. I'm pretty sure she had gone out and done things in her life, possibly even without Philip. I'm pretty sure she had some freedom, but she never identified herself. It probably wasn't until she was questioned about it and she had to identify herself. That's what sparked me so much. Yeah. Yeah, and also just how she must have had just such a change of personality as well, just change of maturity you do, especially when you get from 11, you do a lot to when you're 16, and let alone when you're 29. And then, um, yeah, and then just she was then reunited with her aunt, I believe it was firstly, and then it was reunited with other family members. And something very interesting was she wrote her own autobiography soon afterwards in 2011. She wrote her own autobiography called A Stolen Life. That was probably quite brave of her. She probably didn't have a very nice time with Philip. Probably, like I said, she probably had some freedom, but I still think Philip probably throughout the 18 years, Philip probably did abuse her and probably did damage her quite a bit. But yeah, imagine how it felt for the parents as well and all the family members. They just worried probably all throughout the 18 years. They probably started to really doubt she was alive. Find out she was. I think it's also quite a small chance that someone would abduct her and keep her alive, especially for 18 years. She was. That's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, it must have just it must have been shocking for her and her family. It was for the public. I don't know if it was a very well known case. It probably was. It probably was in the news. Very surprising. Yeah, she was able to get on with her own life. That's in the public. So yeah. Yeah, it was mentioned in the Madeleine McCann documentary. I think it's a very big lead in the Madeleine McCann case. It's just sort of shows that the Madeleine McCann case can still be solved. I think it can still be solved. People do say she could still be alive. I think she could still be alive. I think, especially as it talks of human trafficking in that country. So I think she could still be alive. And I think just this proves that she could be found still quite easily alive. Yeah. I think, yeah. But yeah, I think it's just the amazing thing is that she did not mention that she was Jaycee Dugard. She did not mention that she was the missing person until she was questioned about it, and she was kind of forced to. Such an interesting case and such an obscure case. It's so unlikely that something like this, someone would be taken and kept missing for 18 years and would be found alive. You would never think of it. It happened. Yeah, so that's an interesting case. And yeah, if you've got anything to say, comment box below. And yeah, and I'll do some more disappearances hopefully in the future. And if any you want to suggest, and even any solved ones you want to suggest, and then I can do in the future. That's wherever I'm not interrupting again. So I'm going to get going. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in this week and tune next week.